Coping Skills here, back with another reaction. Today, we're going to do the next 4 songs in Nightwish's Tempere tour in 2015, because there's so much content from this band, there's so much to watch and listen to, going back almost 30 years or something like that, so yeah, we need to get busy. So, I'm going to pile a bunch of songs from this concert into one reaction. That way we can get through a concert maybe once a month. That'll be fun, right? In any case, if you're new to the channel, I'm a licensed mental health counselor in Florida. Started doing reaction videos to try to raise mental health awareness. So, if you like the content, consider subscribing. And if you like that endeavor, please feel free to leave a comment or like the video. And if you want to support the channel further, you can always become a member of the channel or buy me a coffee. The link to that is in the description of the video. But without further ado, let's get to Nightwish. Today we are starting with Yours is an Empty Hope, and then 3 songs that were also in the Wacken 2013 concert that I already did. So those ones I won't break down quite as much. Maybe some highlights, maybe something if it sticks out to me that I didn't catch the first time, something like that. But the first one, we'll take a pretty good look at those lyrics. And then Amaranth, She Is My Sin, and Dark Chest of Wonders. Here we go. I think that's the most I've heard. Floor growl. Man, that was cool. I dig that. I got to go back and hear that. Man, that beginning, that riff was like really, really jamming out. Like I was just loving it. And then the vocals came in, and man, very high energy. But then that growl, man, they were getting really grungy with it. And I think it makes sense. I've got the lyrics pulled up, and I think they got through about the first verse or so. Tear me to bits. That's how the song starts. All right, so we're not starting off in rejected or unfulfilled boyhood fantasy here, right? Like the Imaginarium tour. Tear me to bits. Enjoy the scene of screen name verbal vanity. Churning the words imbued in filth. Your tongue, oily water under my bridge. Okay, so very descriptive language here. But basically the worst of the worst, right? Take something bad, right? Like tear me to bits, and then can add on to it. Enjoy the scene. Screen name verbal vanity. Churning the words imbued in filth. Your tongue, oily water under my bridge. So kind of taking that garbage, those things, and kind of putting them underneath your feet, beneath you, but kind of tearing down whatever this person, this object of the song is kind of doing. You have the world, it's all for you. I wish you'd find the lost in you. Grateful for the pain, it proves we're alive. Can you feel it? Man, you know, there's a lot of pain in these words. It really kind of goes to show you that Tomas here is really digging deep, because when you get to the point where you want to feel pain just to know you're alive, it's more a reflection of feeling numb, right? Not feeling in pain. And then I wish you'd find the lost in you versus thinking you have the whole world, right? Think you're at the top of the pyramid, but really there's something empty in you. So it may be a self-reflection of Thomas saying, you know, the band has made it to the top of this pyramid, so to speak, of being amazing rock musicians, very popular band, but there's still something inside him that he's not taking the time to reflect on. That's kind of what I'm gathering here. I can't make you want the truth. It's up to you. Pretty cool. Yeah, so people that just want to kind of believe the lie instead of digging a little bit deeper to uncover that truth. It reminds me of The Truman Show a little bit. You ever see that movie where, you know, everything's a production for Truman, but once he finds there's this thread of truth and he starts to unravel it, and at the very end, he's kind of propositioned, hey, you could live this fantasy world. And he says, no, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and kind of walks off stage, signifying that he'd rather live in truth than have a fake, perfect fantasy life. So anyway, let's keep going.
I can make you want the truth. It's up to you. Yes, it's an empty hole. Yes, it's an empty hole.
Sorry to pause it right again, but I never thought I'd see the day where Marco had the high part and Flora had the low part in a harmony or a duet little part, so to speak, but that's what we've got on our hands. Yeah, going back.
Yes, it's an empty hole. We meet to fix in your fantasies. Your zeros beat around the cheese like narcissists who primes and pull your hollow voice.
right, I think we're going to get into some jamming here. So before we finish off the song, I want to go through those lyrics a little bit. Yeah, so after that first verse into the second verse, feed me to pigs in your fantasies. Your sea roars bitter elegies. Uh, like Narcissus who bribes the pool. A hollow voice, ruin with a roof. Interesting. So yeah, all right. So as far as the colorful language goes and pictures spawning in my mind from the lyrics, this one probably evokes the most. But yeah, feed me to pigs in your fantasies. So you want me basically to die, that's fine. Your sea roars bitter elegies, basically the sound of the sea roaring songs of my death. And then, like Narcissus, who bribes the pool. Narcissus is where we get the term narcissism, narcissistic personality disorder, which is kind of an inflation of self-worth, vanity, that kind of thing. In any case, a narcissus was in the Greek mythology, basically was very beautiful, was very talented, and he was sought after by women, but he kind of denied them all and ended up falling in love with a reflection of himself in a pool, right? So here, like Narcissist, like Narcissus who bribes the pool is basically somebody who's paying the pool to tell him that he looks good. So he doesn't look good, but he's basically bribing his reflection. And that's kind of when you see yourself in the mirror and you really see the ugliness inside, which I think this whole song is kind of about, is that not living the lie, but seeking the truth, even if it's ugly. Here, he's kind of doubling down on that. So I like that line a lot. And then a hollow voice, ruin with a roof. So kind of putting a box on somebody's ability to sing or have a voice. You ruin it by putting a roof on it, right? Kind of putting it in a box, so to speak, instead of it being in a hollow space where the voice can ring out. Yeah, it's beautiful. And then it goes, stop, life is now, still all for you. Turn from the hate, turn from the smoke. I see the parchment of your soul, the notes, the song, join your voice. I can let you have the world, it's all for you. So I think this is the turn towards the truth versus the lie, right? So just stop lying. Life is now. You can have a real life now. Turn from the hate, turn from the smoke, all the smoke and mirrors, all the fake stuff. Turn from all that and see what's really written on your soul, the parchment of your soul, the notes, the song. So in Thomas's case, definitely music rings true to what's written on his soul. And then join your voice. So let your voice speak what's actually in your heart, not all these lies and mistruths. And beautiful song. I like the message. From a mental health perspective, it's very important to not believe what the world tells you, but also not to puff yourself up to something that you're not and try to live up to these standards or these things that you'll never live up to. And to be truthful about who you are, where you are, and learn how to be comfortable and speak your heart and be genuine, and you're going to be better off. Yeah, I really like it. And then it goes on, yours is an empty hope, kind of basically repeating that. Yours is an empty hope. Join in now. I can let you have the world. It's all for you. Yours is an empty hope. So, yeah, man, amazing lyrics. I love this. I love the lyrics of this song so far. So, well, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, I dig it. So let's get back to it and then carry it on to into Amaranth, I think. And then Marco can sing too, can he?
Ja tervetuloa to this special.
All right, Flora's going to give us a little introduction here to Amaranth. So I'm all for it. But yeah, just kind of wanted to also mention, I was thinking about it as that last verse was wrapping up the whole song of Empty Hope, is when you do start believing that lie and living that lie and not really seeking the real truth underneath it, it is an empty hope. So a real hope is when you are genuine, you accept the truth, and you kind of walk in what's real. So, yeah, awesome song. And now on to Amaranth.
To this special, special night that will not last only in our memories, but those cameras there will make sure we'll all never forget. Shall we make this an unforgettable, beautiful night? All right! Baptized with a perfect day, doubt in one heart. War between him and the days. Need someone to blame. That's right. You believe what you see. You receive but what you give. Carries the one that never fading rain in your heart. Tears of snow like sorrow. Carries the one that hiding at the root in the middle of the deep rain. From the wandering pack, in this brief flight of time, we reach for the ones who ever dared.
Man, I'm starting to remember Amaranth a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, I think Amaranth is this kind of idea of almost like a perfect life, right? This striving for perfection, right? Something along those lines. So it's kind of cool that they went from yours is an empty hope if you're living on a lie to the end of that song, which is, live in truth and live that life for an actual hope. And then busting into Amaranth is kind of continuing on that same story journey of now that you're accepting the truth, living the truth, now you can seek for this amaranth. I think it's a flower, right? An amaranth is like this beautiful flower. This kind of whole concept is seeking after this purity, right? Living life in purity. Maybe that's a better term for it. So it's a cool story, kind of getting churned up in the lie and then getting out of the lie and then seeking this pure thing. It's a cool story. Anyway, let's go.
For the ones who ever dare. You believe, but what you see, you receive, but what you give. Carries the one that never faded, rain in your heart. Tears of snow, my sorrow. Carries the one that hiding ever in the land of the daybreak. Carries the one that never faded, rain in your heart. Tears of snow, my sorrow. Carries the one that hiding ever in the land of the daybreak. Can we hear all of you? You guys up there! Hey, hey! Reaching, searching for something untouched, hearing voices of the never fading calling.
Calling, hey, hey, yeah.
Carries the one that never faded, rain in your heart. Tears of snow, my sorrow. Carries the one that hiding ever in the land of the daybreak. Carries the one that never faded, rain in your heart. Tears of snow, my sorrow. Carries the one that hiding ever in the land of the daybreak. Kiitoksia!
All right, we're going to get into She Is My Sin. Man, I remember really liking this song too. So, yeah, this is exciting. Getting right into the next one. This is fun. I like doing this. I don't know, maybe one of these days, let me know in the comments if you would like to do this at some point, is maybe I kind of schedule a live session to go through an entire concert, start to finish, if you'd be down to do that. I mean, it might take an hour and a half, 2 hours, but it'd be fun to do together and just kind of listen to the whole thing, jam out. And then I can take that live session and cut it up into a bunch of videos and release them, but it'd be fun to just do that together. I don't know. Just spitballing. Let me know in the comments if you think that that'd be fun. Let me get a gauge of interest, because the more people, the funner it is. Just like a concert in this huge crowd. Am I right? Also wanted to say at the end of Amaranth, there's this idea of you only get out of something what you put into it. And I think there's a really epic kind of point that's so true to life buried inside that theme, right? There's I might get it wrong, but there's a quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger that goes something along the lines of the muscle growth, most of the muscle growth happens in the last 3 or 4 reps when you're working out. And what separates a champion from somebody who isn't a champion is doing whatever it takes to do those last 3 or 4 reps. So really putting into it all that you can is what makes a champion. And I think that Amaranth kind of touches on that concept of, if you really want to get a lot out of life, you have to be willing to put everything that you can into it. I don't know, maybe something to think about. On to She Is My Sin.
Can we hear you once again? Hot, 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 hot. And even louder. Hot, 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 hot. Take heed, dear heart, once apart, she can touch nor meet nor use. Restless wonder, wounds will betray Next lay the gazes, the razors on your seducing skin. Meadow of sinful thoughts, every flower's a perfect one. To paradise, where pleasure's hurting, haunted by fear. The sin for him, desire within, desire within. The burden bound for the bride too dear for him. A sin for him, desire within, desire within. Fall in love with your deep dark sin.
Just to remark a little bit on how this story is developing kind of as a concert, we have this epic intro that I did in the last reaction, and then we start off with this churning false hope by living a lie, and then we transition into the way that you get the most out of life is from being pure and putting as much goodness into your life as you can to get the most goodness out. And then we stumble across She Is My Sin. There's this muse, or this thing that is there that might cause you to stumble, maybe not necessarily back into living a lie, but maybe falling from that quest, right, for this to get as much out of life as possible. Now it becomes about getting this one thing out of life instead of the most out of life. I don't know, interesting kind of story twist, but we'll get back to it. And another thing that super impressed me is 2 songs ago, Floor's doing the earthiest growl that you can imagine, and now she just kind of pops right back into that opera. So yeah, man, it's fun. Let's go.
I am the fallen, you are what my sins enclose. Lust is not as creative as its discovery.
Kiitos!
Man, yeah, we're gonna get into Dark Chest of Wonders. I like the story flow of this concert. It's cool. Definitely some thought went into how these songs arranged the set list. I appreciate that. Another thing that I really enjoyed about the last part of that song was, man, Floor can just out and out belt. And she was like toying with us at the end there, almost like these half belts, like not really letting loose. That's what the song calls for, but it's like this tease at the end of this song about chasing after a girl that can and she was kind of teasing there at the end, and I like that. I think that's cool. Let's go for it now. Dark Chest of Wonders.
Tampereelle, Ratinan stadionille ja kaikille teille. Olette sitten täältä tai Marsista. Jotkut on tulleet pitkältäkin matkalta. Joka tapauksessa pidemmittä puheitta vedetään tästä viiva suoraan tuonne vuoteen 2004 ja saatte biisi.
All right, did Tomas just play with his elbow a little bit? I gotta see that again. I think he did. Man, the song's just cool. I don't know what to say about it, but I just love getting into this really kind of classic metal beat right here. It just makes you want to bang your head a little bit. Am I right? But man, the kind of the concept of this song is opening up that dark chest of wonders. You might get some dark, some light, but you'll get some wonder and imagination as well. But you gotta take a leap, take a risk, right? So kind of carrying on this storyline that's weaving through this concert, we go from this muse this woman that could be the downfall of this person because they're drawn to them so much, and this kind of story of true love going on, but unrequited love in truth, I think is really what ends up happening in that song. Out of that song into needing to take a risk. And in that song, that unrequited love was more them not willing to put themselves on the line to see if that love could be realized. They kind of took a step back and were more passive. So now it's about taking a risk in order to live life to the fullest. So yeah, I like how it's kind of weaving in a cool story throughout this whole thing. And yeah, I could just rock out to this. So yeah, we'll go back a bit and rock out. Wow is right. All right, well, we will continue this on the next time and take a few more songs down as we go. Man, I'm enjoying the wild Nightwish ride. Thank you for joining with me in this Tampere delight. Until the next time, maybe click on something that pops up, and we will see you soon. Cheers.